The Mandela Effect exposed. What they don't want you to know. What if I told you that your memories might not just be faulty, but evidence of a glitch in the fabric of reality itself? This is the strange and captivating phenomenon known as the Mandela Effect, a term coined after countless people vividly recalled Nelson Mandela dying in the 1980s, even though he lived until 2013. But is the Mandela Effect a quirk of collective memory, or could it be proof of alternate realities colliding with ours? Let's start with some famous examples that have left people questioning their reality. Mirror, mirror on the wall, Snow White. What you remember, the evil queen says, "Mirror, mirror on the wall, who is the fairest of them all?" Reality, she actually says, "Magic mirror on the wall, who is the fairest one of all?" The Monopoly Man's monocle. What you remember, the Monopoly Man, Rich Uncle Pennybags, has a monocle. Reality, he never had a monocle, just a top hat and mustache. Pikachu's tail, what you remember. Pikachu from Pokemon has a black tip on his tail. Reality, Pikachu's tail is solid yellow with no black tip. Luke, I am your father, Star Wars. What you remember. Darth Vader says, "Luke, I am your father." Reality, he actually says, "No, I am your father." Looney Tunes versus Looney Tunes. What you remember. Our Toon series is called Looney Tunes. Reality, it's always been Looney Tunes. Febreze spelling, what you remember. Popular air freshener is spelled Febreze. Reality, it's actually Febreze with one E. Kit Kat dash, what you remember. Kit Kat has a dash in the middle, Kit Kat. Reality, there's no dash, it's just Kit Kat. Oscar Mayer or Oscar Mayer. What you remember, the brand of hot dogs and lunch meats is Oscar Mayer. Reality, it's Oscar Mayer. Jiffy peanut butter. What you remember, a peanut butter brand called Jiffy. Reality, it's always been Jif. Historical events and figures. Nelson Mandela's death. What you remember, Nelson Mandela died in prison in the 1980s. Reality, Mandela was released from prison and became South Africa's president, passing away in 2013. The location of New Zealand. What you remember, New Zealand is located northeast of Australia. Reality, it's southeast of Australia. Tank Man of Tiananmen Square. What you remember, the man was run over by the tank. Reality, the footage shows the man standing in front of the tank, which stops and does not run him over. Logos and brands. Fruit of the Loom logo. What you remember, the logo includes a cornucopia behind the fruit. Reality, there has never been a cornucopia in the Fruit of the Loom logo. Cheez-It or Cheez-Its? What you remember, the snack is called Cheez-Its. Reality, it's just Cheez-It. Coca-Cola dash. What you remember, Coca-Cola has a straight dash in its logo. Reality, the dash is actually a wavy, curly line. Geography and science. The shape of Earth's continents. What you remember, South America is directly below North America. Reality, South America is significantly eastward. The human heart's location. What you remember, the heart is on the left side of your chest. Reality, the heart is near the center, slightly tilted to the left. The Great Wall of China. Visibility. What you remember, the Great Wall of China is visible from space. Reality, it's not visible to the naked eye from space. Pop music, We Are the Champions, Queen. What you remember, the song ends with, "We are the champions of the world." Reality, the studio version of the song ends with, "We are the champions," with no "of the world." Sinbad's Genie movie. What you remember, Sinbad starred in a 1990s movie as a genie called Shazam. Reality, no such movie exists. People might be conflating this with Kazam, starring Shaquille O'Neal. Religious and literary texts. The Bible, the Lion and the Lamb. What you remember, Isaiah 11:6 refers to, "The lion shall lay down with the lamb." Reality, the verse actually says, "The wolf shall dwell with the lamb." Life is like a box of chocolates. What you remember, Forrest says, "Life is like a box of chocolates." Reality, he actually says, "Life was like a box of chocolates." How is it possible that millions of people share the same misremembered details? Science offers one possible explanation: false memories. Our brains don't work like cameras, perfectly capturing and storing events. Instead, memories are reconstructed each time we recall them, making them vulnerable to distortion. Factors like suggestion, cultural reinforcement, or even poor attention can lead to shared misremembering. This phenomenon is well documented in psychology, especially in studies on eyewitness testimony. But how do we explain the eerie consistency of these memory errors across unrelated people? Some argue that social reinforcement plays a major role. When one person misremembers something and shares it, others who are unsure may adopt the same belief, creating a snowball effect. In the internet age, this process is amplified, with forums and social media spreading these phenomena to millions. But does that explanation truly capture the strangeness of this phenomenon? When exploring the Mandela Effect, it's easy to focus on memory glitches and psychological theories. But what if the explanation goes far beyond the ordinary? Some alternate theories challenge the very nature of reality itself. Let's dive into the most compelling, mind-bending theories that suggest the Mandela Effect might be more than just a trick of the mind. 1. CERN and quantum tampering. The Large Hadron Collider, LHC, at CERN is humanity's most ambitious scientific experiment, smashing particles at near-light speeds to uncover the secrets of the universe. However, the stakes are enormous. Physicists themselves have acknowledged the possibility of creating microscopic black holes or destabilizing the Higgs field, which could ripple through the quantum structure of reality. If the LHC can alter fundamental particles, it's not far-fetched to think it might unintentionally affect the quantum fabric of space-time, causing slight changes to our timeline. The Mandela Effect might be evidence of such quantum shifts, a side effect of humanity's attempt to understand and potentially manipulate the multiverse. 2. Temporal manipulation by shadow governments. Time travel, while still theoretical, is a logical next step in covert technological advancement. Government projects like the alleged Montauk Project and Philadelphia Experiment suggest efforts to manipulate time have been ongoing for decades. Even if a single time travel event succeeded, the butterfly effect could create timeline discrepancies, minor to the manipulators but noticeable to the general population. Shadow governments or powerful elites could use such technology to reshape history subtly, ensuring their dominance. The Mandela Effect might be the unavoidable crumbs of these larger manipulations. 3. Parallel universe bleed-through. The multiverse theory, now supported by quantum mechanics, posits countless parallel realities. Weak points in the boundaries between universes could allow for bleed-through, where individuals retain memories or artifacts from one universe while living in another. Cosmic events like solar flares or experiments at CERN could exacerbate these boundary shifts, explaining why the Mandela Effect seems more common in recent years. If this is true, the Mandela Effect isn't just a curiosity. It's evidence of a dynamic, interconnected multiverse with real-world implications. 4. The Akashic Records theory. The Akashic Records, a mystical concept long revered in Eastern and esoteric traditions, are said to store every thought, event, and memory in the universe. If these records are real, accessing them or tampering with them could alter collective memory. Advanced AI or extraterrestrial intelligence might have discovered ways to interface with these records, inadvertently overwriting historical details in the process. This would explain why certain Mandela effects feel more like glitches or artifacts of an altered universal database. Mass psychological experimentation. Governments have a history of psychological manipulation experiments, from MKUltra to modern disinformation campaigns. The Mandela Effect could be a large-scale test of how easily collective memory can be influenced, especially in the digital age. Altering details in media or product branding, e.g. Looney Tunes versus Looney Tunes, might seem trivial, but it could serve as a control test for larger memory manipulation techniques. If this theory holds, the Mandela Effect isn't accidental. It's a deliberate psychological experiment on a global scale. 6. AI-controlled reality edits. If our universe is a simulation, it's likely run by an advanced AI system capable of maintaining and updating its programming. Mandela effects could represent deliberate changes made to the simulation to improve functionality or test human adaptability. Alternatively, a rogue AI or external force could be hacking the simulation, introducing anomalies to disrupt or study its inhabitants. The consistency of Mandela effect memories among groups suggests an intentional, systemic cause rather than random error. 7. Spiritual awakening or dimensional ascension. Many spiritual traditions speak of humanity transitioning to a higher state of consciousness or a new dimension of existence. If such an awakening is underway, the Mandela effect could be a byproduct of dimensional overlap. As individuals ascend, they might carry memories from their previous dimension into the new one, creating discrepancies between their perception and the current reality. This explanation aligns with the idea of a universe in flux, where human consciousness actively shapes reality. 8. Controlled disclosure of extraterrestrial influence. Extraterrestrials with advanced technologies might already be influencing human history, subtly preparing us for their eventual disclosure. Mandela effects could be intentional anomalies introduced by extraterrestrials to test humanity's readiness to accept the malleability of reality. These changes might also serve as clues, nudging us toward the realization that we are not alone and that our reality is far stranger than we've been led to believe. 9. Time travelers fixing timeline errors. Theoretically, time travel is possible within the framework of general relativity. If humanity or another civilization has mastered it, altering key events in the past could lead to minor timeline disruptions. The Mandela effect might be residual evidence of fixes made to prevent catastrophic outcomes, like nuclear war or ecological collapse. Details like brand names or movie quotes might seem insignificant to time travelers, but leave noticeable effects on collective memory. 10. Biblical or prophetic influence. Religious texts often speak of end times events where truth will be rewritten or the world will undergo a profound transformation. Changes to sacred texts, e.g., the lion shall lay with the lamb versus the wolf shall dwell with the lamb, might indicate divine intervention or fulfillment of prophecy. Alternatively, malevolent forces could be rewriting reality to sow confusion and prepare humanity for a deeper existential shift. If true, the Mandela effect could be part of a spiritual battle shaping the destiny of the human soul. So what do you believe? Is the Mandela effect just a trick of the mind, or could it be evidence of something far greater? Glitches in the matrix, alternate dimensions, or even proof of a simulated universe? If this expanded your mind, subscribe, share, and comment with your thoughts below. Together, we might just uncover the truth about reality itself.